Hi there guys, and welcome to this virtual walk around of our fantastic VW Golf R, finished in the sumptuous metallic grey. Now you'll see and you'll know that the Golf R is one of those cars that really doesn't need any introduction. Famed for its ballistic performance, outstanding practicality and all-round good nature thanks to the four-wheel drive system and the manual gearbox. Yes guys, this one is a manual. It has become really highly known as the best hot hatch available, and these are the reasons why. So moving down, you can see you've got your LED headlights with your LED daytime runners, and you've also got a really nice almost hexagonal mesh just inside the lights, which give it a real striking appearance. Moving down, you can see you've got your gloss black styling pack, and that of course also includes a surround just down here. You've also got your gloss black styling on the front, on your grille, and that moves all the way up to on here just around the VW chrome badge with the R livery. And further down again, you've got your front parking sensors and you've got your towing eyes as well. And moving down, you can see you've got your 18-inch Cadiz alloys, which are of course diamond cut with the gloss black as well, and you've got the black R caliper peeping just behind. And moving around on the badge, you've got the black and chrome badging just on the wing there. You've got your standard chrome finish or aluminium finish door mirrors with your built-in indicators, and they do have the black surrounds as well, as do the windows. They have been de-chromed to give it a stealthy look, and they are window rubbers, not wrapped. You've also got slightly tinted privacy glass in the rear and your gloss black B-pillars. Moving down, you can also see that you've got the gloss black pack just on the extended side skirt just there, which gives the R its undoubted road presence. You've got a black shark fin antenna, you've got your fuel cap, and you've got extremely clean bodywork with no dinks, no dents, no signs of any indentations or distortion, and no shock horrors. Now the real trophy piece of the Golf R is of course its big juicy booty. You do have your quad exhaust system on it just here, and that is of course encased in the gloss black diffuser. Do apologise about some of the surface dust. Has been raining here this morning and we are located next to a busy road. We've also got the gloss C-pillar just here and the lip spoiler on the top that has got the rear LED lighting and brake system. Now you can lift this up and you can see you're greeted by a really practical size boot. Not massive in terms of length, but it is quite long, it is quite wide, sorry, in terms of width. So at a push with the extended bits here, with the extra bit of room, you could probably get a small size stroller or buggy. You've also got your spare wheel and further storage under there should you need it. And of course you've got your different bit and load through just there, which gives you your first glimpse of the cabin. And you'll see that the Golf R is a really well-styled car, inevitably known on the road for its fantastic power delivery and again all-round good nature, of which makes a superb performance yet practical family car. So that's everything I can show you on the exterior of this wicked looking Golf R, but what I'll do now is head on to the inside and show you all the features, gizmos and tech that this Golf R can offer you as its potential new owner. So without further ado, let's go. So moving on inside the Golf R, the first thing you'll undoubtedly see is the gorgeous virtual cockpit. It does have the digital display, and it's a feature that until you saw it, you didn't think the Golf Rs needed it. Really nice addition, and it does modernise a good looking cabin. You've also got your flat bottom Napa leather wheel, which of course has the white contrast stitching and the piano gloss black inserts as well. The steering wheel, you can control your cruise control, your volume, your instrument cluster menu, and of course your Linguatronic, your voice control and your menu settings. You've also got the nice big touchscreen in there as well, which has your navigation, your radio, your media, your telephone, your apps, your app connect, your voice control and other vehicle settings. And you've got the really nice carbon fibre trim inside, which leads lovely onto the door cards, which are half leather, and you can see you've got the blue contrast lighting. Now the seating, controversial because some people only want Napa leather, but I genuinely think that the carbon race cloth on this looks really effective. I am vastly becoming a huge fan of Alcantara, and I just think it gives you a real nice contrast to everybody else has leather seats in every car. But you can see it's super durable, super comfortable, and it's also a really nice looking aesthetic addition. White contrast stitching. And again, of course, you've got your R livery on there too. Now moving around onto this door card, you'll see you've got your electric folding mirrors, which are obviously heated as well and electrically adjustable. That is the almost carbon fibre-esque door inlay just there with the blue lighting. And you've got your leather on there, Vienna leather, with a white contrast stitching and all your electric window modes. And moving down, you can also see you've got your automatic lighting encasing the piano black, and on there you've got your window wiper control and your key barrel, because this one isn't keyless. So getting into the Golf, what is it like from a driver's point of view? Well, if you're in the driving seat, that would be your view. Not too bad, lad, not too bad. Now the Golfs are obviously four-wheel drive as well, so that does give you a lot more reassurance when it comes to driving, knowing that the Golf is able to handle difficult terrain and adverse weather. And I say that because when you're greeted, you also have this as soon as you enter the cabin, the 4Motion, which is VW's way of saying it's a four-wheel drive. So we'll start the car now. We'll put the clutch in, put your brake in, and turn it on, and you can see no warning lights on the dash. Really nice digital display, real nice setup, and you can change different options. So on here to the right hand side, and you can see your consumption, oil temperature. Now on a Golf R, a lot of people buy these and, let's be honest, want to drive them enthusiastically. My recommendation would be to get your oil temperature to 74 to 84 degrees minimum before you even think about driving it a bit more erratic. You've also got your speed warning. You've got a digital speedometer here. You've got your average speed, your distance travelled. You've also got your travelling time and the range left in the tank. Now what you can do is you can also click on these buttons here, and that will of course change the track or what you have on your media system. To change the menu though, you click the button with the chrome surround, and that of course changes it to your assist systems, so you can scroll through there, front assist, where you can go down and onto the back button, or you can scroll across onto navigation. And obviously this one you would need a storage medium with navigation data, as this one doesn't have it enabled. But all you do is speak to your local VW dealer and they would be more than happy to assist and get that activated for you. But that is where your virtual cockpit would be. You've also got your different views, so you can change what's on the clocks. So you'll see that it will change now to consumption and range. You can have your efficiency. If you've got your navigation, you can have it enabled just there. You've also got your driver assistance features as well. But for me, there's nothing like the old school gears. And as Clarkson says, speed. So off that menu, and dodgy impressions aside, you've also got your audio here, which you've got obviously your FM, and you've got your other different options of which you can change. And you've got lastly your Bluetooth telephone, which Mark connected really simply last time. And of course your vehicle status, which would tell you if there was any issues with your windows open, doors open, or you had any issues. And lastly, you have of course got your lap timer, because Golf Rs are meant to be driven quick. Now moving on to the media system, it is just below the air vents, which don't really need any sort of discussion, but you can click on the radio, and if you click on the banding you can see you've got DAB, FM and AM, but the only one you're going to need is DAB. Let's not muck around or tell any porkies. FM and AM, you're quite redundant. Now you can click on station list, and you can either be a bad boy who's listening to Capital Extra, or you can be a dad boy like I am, and you can stick on Talk Sport. Come on the boys! Now if you click on media, you can see there's several different sources: CD, SD cards, USB, Bluetooth audio, you've got Wi-Fi or LAN, and you've also got your auxiliary ports as well. If you click on phone, you can click on find mobile phones. All your results will come up in there, and you're able to connect it pretty easy. Voice control, as I've said earlier, is not activated. You would need to speak to your dealer in order to get this done. Navigation, exactly the same. Speak to your local VW dealer and they'll be more than happy to get the navigation up and running for you. You have got App Connect, which is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and of course MirrorLink. And you can click on the car and you can get up many different settings. You've got ESC, which is of course electronic stability. You've got your tyres, so you can do your tyre pressures or you can set the speed limit. You've also got your personalisation, so if you save it as driver 1 or driver 2, when you get in the car it will automatically sync to how you set that up. You've got your different lighting, which is your dynamic corner lighting, your turn signals, and lastly you've got driver assistance, which is adaptive cruise control and front assist, along with driver alert and proactive occupant protection. You've also got parking and manoeuvring, which is your park pilot, and that is obviously your reverse and front sensors. And what you also have on there is your mirrors and wipers, which you can do automatic, and you've also got your instrument cluster just on there of giving you different tips on what you want to see. You got your time and date and different units, but you can also get in there and see your Think Blue trainer, which will give you a score on how economic your driving is, which in a Golf R seems a pretty pointless feature. But if you click on menu, you can get into any of those in a different way, and you can do it the old school way and find it there. Air conditioning, you'll see, very much like Mercedes, it brings up a really nice digital display and you're able just to see everything on here and change how the airflow is brought into the car, if it's recirculated in aircon, and where it is blown in. It's a really cool feature and one that I think everybody really should take note of and do themselves. If you click on air care, you can see that Climatronic is active, or you can turn it off. And down here you've got that in old school analog form, so you have got your temperatures here for dual zone. So you'll see this one I'm going to turn all the way down to low when I get there eventually, because come on, there we go, and it's high for the driver. So that just means there's two different zones of air conditioning. This side will be cooler, this side will be warmer. You've got your heated seat options for the driver and the passenger. You've got where the wet air is blown into the cabin, and you've got the recirculation too. Of course, you've got your front screen and your rear screen, and you can turn the fan severity down just using this. You can do it automatically, or you can turn it off and click sync and it will do the same. Now this isn't just a pretty little bit of livery on the 4Motion. If you open that up, you can see you've got an auxiliary port and a USB alongside storage, which you can easily get your phone or wallet in. Now the real showpiece is of course the purest choice of gearbox, which is of course our Spanish cousin, a manual. Really easy to use. In order to reverse it, push it down, push it to the left and push it up, and you'll know because you'll have a beep to activate your reverse gear and your park pilot will automatically start. Real nice box, real smooth transitions. Obviously you are in charge of them, but it isn't bad or lumpy or really high revving, but it's really nice, smooth, not too snappy, and gives a really nice driving experience. It's finished in almost a carbon weave, and you've got the chrome finish just there, and you've got the Napa leather, and you've also got the Vienna leather with the white contrast stitching. Now the other showpiece is of course this button, which is driving mode. So you can see you have different modes. Eco for the safe option, saving the planet. Normal, your Golf will adapt itself to just give you a little bit of performance and a little bit normal. And you'll also hear when you're in normal or eco, you have a decent exhaust note that's pumping to the cabin. In race, you'll hear that's quite improved, and that is thanks to the same Couture system that synthesises the noise through the cabin. You've also got your individual mode, of which if you want to, you can change it there, and you can change your steering to race, your drive to race, your air conditioning to eco, cornering lights to race, air conditioning to eco, and your engine noise to race as well. Basically, you can have it all out, balls out. Now this, if it had DCC, would be described here, but obviously you can see this one doesn't have that. You've also got auto start stop off and traction control removed, and this is your audible parking sensors, which if you don't want them, you can of course turn them off. Moving down, you've got an electronic parking brake, an auto hold, and you've got a second 12-volt charger just there. And this is ideal for your key. Trust me, when you get the car, try it, stick it there, and you'll see it's the perfect size. Underneath the little gizmo, you have got 2 cup holders, and underneath the really nice Vienna leather with a white contrast stitching armrest, you've got further storage as well. Now, in the rear seating, you can see you've got that black race cloth as well. No R livery on this, but you've got the contrast white stitching, Isofix, and plenty of leg room for adults or kids. Now, the fold through or load through is down, but you can see it's a nice armrest for passengers. If they don't want it, stick it back up there, and you've got nice big third seating. And the opposite side, again, no rips, no tears, no stains. You can see it's a really well kept, clean example. So that really is everything that I can show you on this Golf R. It's a car that I've sold many of, and it's a car that I will continue to do so because they're ever popular and just such a good looking bit of kit. Real great performance and superb practicality. I don't really know what else you could ask for. Aside from knowing that every car here at Emerald is treated to the 128 point check prior to retailing, this is of course conducted in our on-site RAC approved facility, and that covers both cosmetic and mechanical components. All of our team in that facility are vastly experienced within performance cars and luxury cars, so you have nothing to worry about. We service every vehicle here when they come into stock, so there's no confusion on the products used, and certainly no concern about cross-contamination of products. And if there's less than 12 months remaining on a car, we will put a fresh ticket on there for you. That's not right, it's 6 months. So scratch that bit, Matt. And if there's any less than 6 months on one of the cars that we take into stock, we put a fresh 12-month ticket on there for you. So it's total reassurance for you, and it should mean no foreseeable maintenance in the future. So if you've got any questions about this Golf R, the video itself, finance or part exchange options, do give one of Team Green a call and we'll be more than happy to help. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll hopefully see you soon at HQ.